Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by the Rogue ST Woods and Irons from Callaway.
Hey there, I'm George Savarickas, and this is your Golf Central update. The week after the Masters, the PGA Tour making the trip from Augusta, Georgia to Hilton Head Island, South Carolina for the RBC Heritage and historic Harbortown Golf Links. What a Pete Dye design. Let's get a preview for what we're going to see this week with our reporter on the ground covering this week's PGA Tour stop, Kara K. Dixon.
Well, Augusta National Golf Club is about 3 hours away from Hilton Head Island, and while the drive is not that far, the difference of the energy and the vibe that Hilton Head brings is really worlds apart from the Masters tournament. 42 players made that trip from the Masters, and I caught up with a few of them to see if they could compare the two for us.
And I think this is the best scheduled event of our year. This is so laid back, especially after the Masters. Going from the Masters to here is just it's a perfect duo. The perfect combination. You get, laid backs, maybe even some beach time here. Just sit back and kind of take it all in.
If the most on edge I'm ever going to be at a tournament is last week, this is probably one of the most relaxing and enjoyable weeks that I get to have. It's just nice to be here. The weather's going to be great this week. The course is one of the best courses we play all year on tour. It's in great condition. I've always enjoyed my time here. I've played well here in the past, and it's just a really enjoyable week after a very high, intense, stressful week at Augusta last week.
Sometimes this place can be a grind as well. A quirky little golf course in places, overhanging trees, lots of wind in and around the trees, similar to last week, bouncing around. Got to control your ball flight pretty well. But we played 18 this morning. It's in great shape. So again, it's kind of similar shots to last week. You're going to be trying to flight it down a little bit, keep it out of that wind, try and take a little bit of the variables out. But yeah, fingers crossed it's a little bit warmer and it's not quite as much of a grind as last week.
I think what you do is you bring the positive parts of the grind of Augusta with you, and you leave all the exhaustion behind, hopefully. That's what I've been able to do. And I think that a tournament like Augusta forces you to be ready to play at the highest level and at your very best. You're trying to peak, and then you just kind of ride the wave. And you come here, the golf course demands different things from you, but it's still very demanding. And there's a lot of local knowledge here that is, not exactly the same type of knowledge at Augusta, but it's still a lot of the winds here circulate, and you kind of know under certain conditions the way that holes play and that kind of stuff here. You just try to ride the preparation and and you try to maybe leave some of that intensity behind and relax.
And George, as Stewart Cink was saying, that local knowledge really is rewarded out here. You have to know how to manage the winds. You have to be able to put the ball in the right places. But also in Stewart's case, he won this tournament at his very first crack at it back in 2000. So he's proof that this is anyone's game this week.
All right, let's check out the notables in the field this week. Defending champion Stewart Cink. You see some of the big names, 5 of the top 10 in the world, including world number 2 Colin Morikawa, Cameron Smith, fresh off that T3 at the Masters, Justin Thomas, Patrick Cantlay, and Dustin Johnson still looking for his first win in the state of South Carolina. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.